Hello.
Welcome to our channel, or welcome back to our channel. I'm Brittany.
I'm Jason.
Jason's getting ready. We're doing another mukbang, whatever these are called.
Don't forget Baby Groot.
Baby Groot's in the foyer. He can't be at the table. Anyways, we're doing another one. You guys liked the one in the car, so we're doing another one here in isolation at home. Anyways, we're doing one here at home. Do you want to tell them what you're eating?
I'm eating spaghetti.
And I am eating a salad with Italian, what is it? Olive Garden Italian dressing. And then a smoothie, which is banana, mango, and yogurt. But today, we're going to be discussing, ranking, I guess, all of the Disneyland resort rides. So Disneyland and California Adventure, all of the rides, ranking them. This was so hard. I should have recorded us trying to figure it out because it took so long. We spent probably an hour this morning trying to make this list. And then we were forgetting things. It was crazy.
So first on the list,
starting from the bottom.
Yeah, starting from the bottom. So and going to best.
The lowest, our least favorite, to our most favorite. Also, just as this isn't the best rides on property. This is our favorite rides. If we were to compare whether rather this ride or this ride,
right? Not
the best ride, because the top of our list is not going to be the best rides at Disneyland. So just our personal opinion. Okay, go ahead.
We're just ranking them. So first is Autopia.
Simple. Jason really hates that ride. I like that ride, but
not the best. But
I think we have a lot of fun on that ride, though. I will say
we do have a lot of fun.
Next is Jungle Cruise. I feel like we rarely ride that ride when we go. We should probably do it next time. I don't think we've vlogged it ever. Maybe once. Maybe we should do it next time for that.
Jungle Cruise is.
I like it for the history of it, but it's not the best ride.
Next we have Small World.
Which we both really like Small World. We just don't ride it all that much.
We like Small World, but granted, I prefer the Christmas version.
Yeah, me too.
Christmas one as it's more, I guess, colorful and more.
Yeah, it's different. I feel like it's so short term. Next we have King Arthur's Carousel. I think is what it's called. It's in Fantasyland. Oh, also we didn't put rides that we haven't ridden together. Yeah. There's a couple rides on property we haven't ridden. So Jesse's
Astro Orbiters,
Jesse's Carousel. All that stuff around
the gondola
here.
swings.
Silly Symphony swings, all that sort of stuff. They're not on this list because we haven't ridden them together. I've ridden all of them, but Jason hasn't ridden a lot of them, so we're sorry.
Just like the train over Storybook Canal.
We didn't put that on there. Yeah. So anyway, so the carousel, I like it. But it's also a basic ride. Jason made a good point. It's a basic ride.
Pinocchio.
Jason likes this ride.
I like this ride, but
it's kind of lower quality.
It is definitely lower quality. It's kind of like Alice in Wonderland. In a way, it's not really up to date, but I guarantee you they will put it up to date because a lot of people do like Alice in Wonderland. I love the movies.
Next, we have Inside Out. I love the theming of this ride, but I do feel like it's not a great ride sequence. It's pretty basic.
It's kind of similar to Dumbo.
Yeah, and so that ride. Which, speaking of, next
Dumbo.
Again, just simple, basic. Not our favorite. I mean, it's fun. I enjoy Dumbo. I mean, Jason enjoyed Dumbo. If you haven't seen that vlog. This is Alice. I am not the biggest fan of Alice. Jason really loves this ride. I was a Fantasyland dark ride, but I just think it's kind of. I enjoy it. Some of the technology in there is really cool, but other parts are really outdated. The outside part is really kind of weird, and I don't know. Anyways, not the best ride.
The teacups.
I love the teacups. Jason hates them.
It's not that I don't hate them. It's just there's a lot of effort you have to put into that ride. And it makes you very, very dizzy.
Next we have Winnie the Pooh. We love that ride. If you watch our vlogs, you know that. We'll go on that ride.
It's hard to figure out where to put this.
We really enjoy that ride, but we also usually get snacks after. So I feel like that association is there.
If we didn't get snacks, I don't know how much we would ride it.
Yeah. But it's a fun, for us, it's a traditional thing, right? It's not the best ride. So we respectively put it lower on the list because it's not the best ride.
And then next we have Snow White.
That same vein. Just outdated dark ride type.
Right.
Then we have the Ferris wheel, which is now Pixar Pal Around in DCA. Really love the swinging gondolas. Think it's super fun. But again, just kind of more of a basic ride, not something we do every trip.
No. We got Tomater, which that one's definitely kind of like a little kid ride, but it's really fun.
It is fun.
It is fun.
It's different than the teacups or anything. It's fun.
We enjoy it.
In between that, we have the Grizzly River Run. I love and hate this ride. I think it's a really great ride. I think it's super fun. I hate being soaked the rest of the day. If I ride Grizzly River Run, we're going back to the hotel so I can change because I'm not being that drenched the rest of the day. That's
It was way worse than Splash Mountain.
Absolutely. And I just feel like
you get like
I don't want to be uncomfortable, especially like if we take a ton of pictures. So like we don't ride this ride a lot, but
going to Luigi's. We love Luigi's.
We love it. It's so cute.
Fun. It's a little dance party.
It is. That's what we just say out. Then we have Land Canal Boats. If you watched our most recent Disney video, underrated rides, and we wrote that as an underrated ride. It is a beautiful, simple ride, but again, it's pretty simple. It's not like a must do.
And then we go to Nemo. I love Nemo. I like it. Takes you under the water. It's a real good storyline. I like it.
It's a unique ride for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely like different. We never rode it or ridden it, whatever you say. I would recommend it.
And then we have Goofy Sky School. Again, an underrated ride, but just a simple, short roller coaster.
The train, which, if you watched our recent video, it's also an underrated.
So is Goofy's.
So is Goofy's. But we ride those quite a bit, so we really like it.
This makes it like relaxing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Buzz Lightyear. Jason loves this ride. It's his
I
ride.
win.
If you watch our vlogs, you know Jason wins every time at Buzz.
Mm-hmm.
I win at Midway Mania. But yeah, it's just, again, it's a simple, it's not as up to date and new technology based as Midway Mania, but it's a fun ride. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Star Tours. Which, Star Tours is a good ride, but I definitely think that where Smuggler's Run is definitely out to date. Mm-hmm. And the concept behind Smuggler's Run, I think, is better than Star Tours.
Agreed. Which is why it's lower on the list now. Then we have Toy Story Midway Mania, my favorite ride.
Hershey wins.
I win at it. It's super fun. It's very intricate, technology based, super fun ride.
Roger Rabbit, another Disney ride. Which, if you watch any of our Disney videos, we always do this after Lamplight.
Have a couple drinks, go do Roger Rabbit. It's a good time.
I feel like we spin faster when we do it that way.
Fun ride though. It's a really different ride. Next we have Monsters Inc. Love this ride. We ride it a lot. Hardly has any weight most of the time. Super good ride.
Mm-hmm. And then we get to our favorite ride. Well, not favorite ride, but a ride that we ride like all the time, which is Little Mermaid, which is basically, I think, from all of our trips in at least one vlog from everything we've recorded.
Like every day.
Yeah.
It's so good. We ride it a lot. The thought that went into that ride is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Mr. Toad's. Mr. Toad's is a classic. It's not as, I don't think it's as advanced as like Little Mermaid or even Monsters Inc. probably is, but it's just a classic. It's so good. It's such a good story. That ride, I feel like you just have fun and laugh, and it's a good time.
Mm-hmm. We get to Space Mountain. Love Space Mountain.
We're trying to get into more roller coaster, faster things. See?
I really love Space Mountain because it's like pitch black and you're just going really fast.
I love Space, but I feel like anytime we're picking a fast pass, I usually won't pick Space. I don't know why.
True.
I love it. He always went like, yeah, let's do Space. We haven't done it yet. And I'm always like, okay, but like I love Space Mountain. And I always enjoy doing it. So I don't know. It's just weird, but another roller coaster, we have Incredicoaster. We love the Incredicoaster.
Incredicoaster is like the best ride.
I love how it has a story now, and it's just so good.
Next is, after Incredicoaster, is Indiana Jones. I love this ride. This ride's really good. And if you ride it like as much as we do, you will realize that there's different scenarios at the beginning. Like different like
there's
scenes.
3 different ones.
Yeah. 3 different ones. I think we've only had 2. I don't know if we've had the...
I think we've gotten all 3, but the third one we barely get. I think we've had like twice.
I can't remember what the third one is. All I know is the first one is just like kind of like the golden stuff, but then the second one has like these really cool like sparkly lights. I like that one. That one's fun.
This is where it started getting really hard around like Incredicoaster and all that stuff.
This is where it got real hard.
Above India we have Big Thunder. Super fun classic ride. just really enjoy it. That's actually my brother's favorite ride. So
it's the wildest wildest something in the wilderness.
Wildest ride in the wilderness.
Yeah. And then this one was real hard on where to put it. Was Haunted Mansion, because we love Haunted Mansion, especially because it has two different versions. We really like the Christmas one, but we really like the regular one, and we ride that. I would say almost as much as I would say this ride is pretty close to Little Mermaid on how much we ride it.
Because usually we get a fast pass pretty easily.
Yeah.
And that usually determines what we ride. Next we have Smuggler's Run, the new ride in Galaxy's Edge. Well, not the newest. The first ride that opened up in Galaxy's Edge. It's a really cool interactive ride.
The ride that took out Star Tours.
Yeah. It's really fun. It's really entertaining. It's just, there's no fast pass right now. It's coming, but it's just not out yet. And so it's just, you have to be prepared to wait like an hour. So, only downside to that ride.
After Smuggler's Run, we got Peter Pan, which, if anyone's rode Peter Pan, yes, it is not up to date, obviously, but the concept behind it and just the ride in general of it is just amazing. And I feel like if they were to do just a little bit more maintenance or a little bit more upkeep on that ride or something, I bet you it would turn it to like a real good ride.
But it's a classic. Like,
it is a very classic
only ride in Toy Story. It's the only ride in Fantasyland to have like a 45-minute to an hour wait always.
Oh yeah, all the time.
So I think
that's the ride. If you've noticed that lately we've been rope dropping, just because that's the only way we can ride that ride
without waiting an hour. Have fast pass. Okay, next we have Matterhorn. We love the Matterhorn. I know some people hate on the Matterhorn. We love the Matterhorn. It's also pretty easy to get a fast pass when both sides are open. It's pretty easy to get a fast pass. Right side is better. Yeah,
I was gonna say, if any of you don't know the ride, it's two different tracks.
They're pretty identical, but we just prefer the right side. Right side's the best. And
then my favorite ride, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Again, another classic. I feel
another classic, and really, I enjoy the ride. A lot of people don't like that ride just because of it can be slow, like when it gets really busy. Because I mean, you're constantly like back to back with boats. But I just really enjoy the ride. It's kind of like the storyboat canal boats, or it's just more of like a relaxing ride.
That's what I was gonna say too. Like it's entertaining. It tells a story, but it's like really relaxing. Especially when you know like everything that's gonna happen. Next we have Soarin' over the world. We love this ride. It is such a good technology, like well designed, amazing ride, of course, which is why it always has like a 2-hour wait. Really good ride.
They did bring back California or Soarin'
over California. Which one do you prefer? I don't think we tried to put this in the vlog yet.
I like the California because it's kind of like, oh, like I've seen like all these places. So it's kind of like, oh, I know what all this is. But I think the world, because it's like, I really like the world one. Seeing like the different parts of the world. Because that's more of stuff like, who knows if I'll ever get to see that or actually do that. So I think it takes you like out into the places where you wouldn't normally go.
I agree. I feel like I do prefer the world, like sort of the world. But I will say, like, you're going to learn. I'm a very nostalgic person. Things that were from my childhood, I, like, hold near and dear to my heart. And, like, Soarin' over California was the ride when I was a kid. And so I feel like I have a lot of, like, nostalgia attachment to that ride. Like, when we would ride, my mom used to always, like, kick the little, like, kayakers in the head. You know, like, you're floating over and you're like, kick, kick, kick. So it's just, like, funny things like that. I feel like I'm grateful they brought it back for, like, the month that they did or 2 months that they did.
I was going to say, it was huge trips that it was back.
Yeah, it was. But we also go a lot, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I definitely think I prefer Over the World, but I have this, like, nostalgia for Soarin' over California.
Next is Cars, which we don't get to do this ride as much as, I mean, I would hope. I don't know how much she really wants to.
We do it at least once or twice.
We do it at least once or twice, but I really love that ride. It's a really good, really good ride.
I just love Cars Land. Like, I just love, I could spend all day just in Cars Land.
Cars Land is just beautiful.
That's why we take so many pictures there. Especially in the morning, because everyone, like, goes to the ride.
I was going to say, for, like, lands, it's, like, Galaxy's Edge and Cars Land.
Yeah, I feel like we could spend just all day there. Which is, again, why we take a lot of pictures there. But Cars is super good. It's definitely a different ride. There's not another ride like it on property. Okay, next is Splash. Again, Splash is probably not Splash is probably not the best ride.
We have a lot of fun memories.
By standards, but yeah, I love Splash. Splash is such a good ride to me. It is so entertaining. It has the thrill factor. It's fun. It's lighthearted.
If you want to see how much we love the video, go watch our Christmas video with her brother when we took her brother.
For 2 years ago. Not last year, the year before.
Yeah. But, yeah, we rode that a lot. I think it was like 6 or 7 times in a row.
Were we vlogging that trip?
I thought we did.
Maybe we did.
I don't know. Maybe I just lied to you.
I don't remember if we vlogged that trip or not.
I don't either. Probably didn't.
If we did, we definitely didn't vlog as much as we would have because Tyler was with us.
Next is... This one was really hard to figure out where to place it because hands down it is the best ride that Disney's ever created. And so trying to put it somewhere where we thought it would be good was real hard because we've only ridden it once, but I mean it is amazing. And if you've never rode it, hopefully when all this craziness stops, people can go ride it because I mean it is the best ride in the world. Rise of the Resistance. I can go on and tell you about this ride, but if you haven't rode it, I'm not going to spoil it to you because that ride is something you need to experience.
Yeah, and it was hard to figure out where to put this because it's such a long ride. It's such a well thought out ride.
I mean, it's amazing.
A different ride, but I also feel like the first time you ride a ride is always the best. And since we only have that one time to go off of, we would feel really bad putting it at the top of our list. But we also were like, but we can't deny the fact that this is like the best ride Disney has ever made.
Yeah.
It's like 12 minutes, like the whole ride experience is like 12 minutes long. It's incredible. So our number 2 is Rise of the Resistance. And I'm sure that it'll be number 1. Although, again, we probably won't get to ride it. It'd probably be like Cars. We'll ride it like maybe once a trip because I know the waits for it's going to be...
It's going to be hard, yeah.
But it's an amazing ride. Okay, and our number 1 ride on property is Guardians of the Galaxy. We ride Guardians of the Galaxy so
all the time.
much.
We know all of the soundtracks.
Like 5 times, 10 times a trip. We ride that ride so much.
A lot.
And it's so good. It's a well-designed ride. It's well thought out. It's themed super well. It's fun. It's thrilling. We just love it.
And then the Outbreak one. We love the Outbreak.
Yeah, for Halloween time. That one's good.
How long did we wait for that? Like an hour and a half?
2 hours.
Or 2 hours?
We got in line for
That's how much we love this ride.
Like, and I think it was the day we drove there too. It was like, no, was it? This is the day we drove? Yeah, it had been the day we drove. The day we drove to Disneyland. We get up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. We were exhausted. But the next night, the only other night we were there, they had a Halloween party. So it was either...
So we had to do it the first
we
night.
either rode it that night or we didn't ride it. And we waited 2 hours for this ride. We didn't get back to the hotel till like 11 o'clock. We were so
that's the longest we always stayed in there.
Yeah, like if the ride hadn't been new, we would have just gone back to the hotel. Like, well, new, but like, themed differently. But it was worth it. It's absolutely worth it to our wait. So, yeah, that was our ranking of rides. If you have a favorite ride, let us know down below what your favorite ride is. So, we made a second list. Again, it's all we've been talking about all morning. And this is our favorite shows that we've seen. So not all these shows are currently playing at Disneyland, but they're shows that we've seen throughout the years that we've been annual pass holders. So at the bottom of
there's probably more, but we can't remember.
Yeah, there's so many.
I feel like there was some that we didn't have on here, but we just can't remember what they...
And if we can't remember, then they're probably not the best anyways.
True. Alright, first on the list.
Bottom of the list, same type.
Oh yeah, well, same structure. Is the Filler Magic. It's in DCA, right next to number 1 Wieners, or Award Wieners, or something like that. A little hot dog stand that everyone likes, which is really good. Try it out. But Filler Magic is like 10 minutes long. It's kind of like a little quick show.
It's funny.
It was funny. They have they have like songs and like a whole little thing that goes on, so it's a really good show. But
it's at the bottom because it's just like a 3D movie
it's
type thing.
Not like our favorite show, especially out of all the shows we've seen, but it is still really good. I would recommend it. especially I have 10 minutes to spare in the park.
Next we have the Electric Light Parade. Again, a nostalgic classic. It returned last year at some point. We saw it. It's outdated for sure, but it's just a classic and it's so like fun, just lighthearted and fun.
Next is Christmas Fantasy,
The parade.
which is the parade, which we love the Christmas one. Christmas one's really good.
Next we have Paint the Night. I love Paint the Night. If I could beg Disney to bring any parade back, it would be Paint the Night. I love Paint the Night. It was such a good parade. I will say disclaimer, there's the new Magic Happens parade, which we were planning to see on our anniversary trip.
We still haven't
But we haven't gotten to see yet because the parks are closed at the moment. So if you're watching this as we post it, then you know everything that's going on. If you're watching this a year later, then you probably still remember everything that was going on. So we have not seen Paint the Night. We have not seen Magic Happens yet, but I'm very excited to. I've heard good things. I've seen the previews of it, and I'm very excited to see that parade. So that's why it's not on the list, because we haven't seen it yet.
Next is my favorite, World of Color. I love World of Color. So I think it's right on the list where I think it should be.
But much as you like World of Color, you agree with me at the fact that Season of Light, which is the Christmas version of World of Color,
really
is
good.
much better.
Yeah.
So that ranks slightly above World of Color for us.
Now we're into the fireworks shows, which right after the Season of Light is Christmas Fireworks.
Which I don't remember the name of that one, but that show's good too.
But it's really good.
That's the one we watched on Storybook Canal Boats. Then we have Halloween Screams, which is the Halloween fireworks show.
I love it.
I think I like Christmas better, but we'll compromise. Put them about the same spot on the list.
And next is Frozen. If you haven't seen Frozen, go see Frozen. It's an hour-long show, but I mean, it's well done. It's really good.
It's so good.
They tell the whole story.
It's really good. It has all the songs.
It does.
Then we have Dreams Come True, which is the regular fireworks show. Typically there's throughout all of 2019 they played Dreams Come True and Mickey's Mix Magic. I don't know if we ever saw Mix Magic. I think we saw the projections of it one night when they didn't.
We didn't have that party one in there.
Party one.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was it was the fireworks show. Remember that party thing?
Oh, when we did the Sweetheart Night?
Yeah, and
that's
then they
Mixed
brought
Magic.
it. Oh,
that
okay.
is Mixed Magic. Yeah, so I guess we have seen Mixed Magic.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I probably put Mixed Magic lower on the list, but we just remember that we had seen that one. Because Mixed Magic wasn't my favorite. But
it was definitely a little dance party.
Yeah. So Dreams Comes True is the normal one, but it's super fun. Tinkerbell Flies Out. It's just a beautiful, beautiful
original show. After Dreams Come True, we have Magical Map, where we literally spend almost every single day on our trip. We always watch at least one showing almost every day. We love that show, obviously. So I think that's right where it should be too.
Yeah, we love Mickey the Magical Map. You guys can see how much we're there. Okay, next, number 2 on the list is Disneyland Forever. This is the fireworks show from the 60th anniversary, and this show is so good.
Made her cry.
It makes me cry every time. I was watching it the other day. Someone had posted on their Instagram, clips of it on their Instagram story, and I started crying.
Is that the one that shows Walt and Mickey walking? Yeah, definitely makes her cry.
It's so beautiful because it talks about Walt finding these orange fields and seeing this magic kingdom there, and Disneyland turned into what it is now. And so and again, I've mentioned plenty of times on here, I am such a Disneyland nerd. I love anything Walt Disney, and it gives me all the feels when when I get to see something that represents the magic that he truly had. So
She's probably gonna start crying now.
I'm not gonna start crying now, but this one does make me cry, and I love this show.
And then number 1, our favorite, Fantasmic. Hands down our favorite.
Good. It is the best show. Also,
you get a water show. You get to watch an actual show with actual people, And on top of it, you get to stay sitting there while you watch the fireworks too, if you want to stay right there. So I mean, you get the best three all right there.
If you watch the first show.
If you watch the first show.
I will say though that these are obviously specific to Disneyland. I do know that the Fantasmic show at Disney World is different, and I personally think that the show at Disneyland is much better. So that is why I have all the feels from Fantasmic. It is so good. Sorry, I was doing what Gru was doing. It is so good. Like, our favorite show. We love it. We don't watch it every trip, but we definitely try to.
Mm-hmm.
So, really good. But yeah, we are done with lunch now, guys. And we're done with our lists. So I think we're just going to end the video here. Thanks for coming to our mukbang.
Bong.
Do you say bang or bong? I'm confused.
Well, you're asking the wrong person.
I'm asking them. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in and watching and listening to us talk about our favorite rides and our shows and everything like that at Disneyland. We are clearly missing the parks like crazy. And we can't wait till we can return. But I hope you guys are all staying safe, staying healthy, and having some fun. And we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye, friends.